Hello children, so welcome to AIMS India's online classes. Today from mathematics subject, rational number topics we are going to learn. So before going to the topic, let's see about the famous Indian mathematician Srinivasa Ramanujan. He born on 22nd December 1887 and he died on 26th April 1920. So see, what is his age actually? 13 years here, 20. So it means at the age of 33, he passed away. Only at the age of 33, he passed away. So actually, at the age of 30, we will start working. But at the age of 33 only, he has done so much contribution to the mathematics and other fields. At an early stage, he passed away. So he could have founded so many theories, or he might have done wonders in mathematics if he lives for some more years. So this Srinivasa Ramanujan, he was an Indian mathematician and he was an autodidact. So autodidact means who studied himself. He didn't went to so many schools, or he has not taken training from anybody. Means he was under self-education. He himself referred the books. He experimented on so many things and founded so many mathematical theories. So almost with no formal training. Formal means like regular training, going to school, taking the help of teacher, like that. With no formal training in pure mathematics, he has done he has made extraordinary contributions. So in mathematical analysis, in number theory, he worked on elliptical functions, continued fractions, infinite series, which you can learn in your higher classes. So we have a number 1729, which follows 1728 and precedes 1730. Means in between 1728 and 1730, we have a number called 1729. This 1729 is known as Hardy-Ramanujan number. Hardy-Ramanujan number. So why it is named as Hardy-Ramanujan number means there was a famous anecdote. So anecdote means a short story. There was interesting story or short story. Based on a short story, they named the number as Hardy-Ramanujan number. So what is the story means? So once a British mathematician G.H. Hardy, he visited the hospital to see Indian mathematician Srinivasa Ramanujan. Actually, Ramanujan was not feeling well. He was admitted in hospital. So to see him, this Hardy visited the hospital. So then Ramanujan asked him, how did you came to hospital? So then he replied, I came in taxi. So what is the number of taxi? So he told it's 1729. So then immediately Ramanujan told him the speciality of the number 1729. The speciality of the mathematical number 1729. So this G.H. Hardy was surprised because Ramanujan was not feeling well. He was sick. Just he told the taxi number. He immediately told one interesting concept regarding 1729. So which now you cannot understand that. You can learn later. So that's why this 1729 is named as Hardy-Ramanujan number. So here in this chapter, so we are going to learn rational numbers. In rational numbers, we will be having parts like fractions, decimals, or we will learn the introduction of rational numbers. So in the introduction part, what we are going to learn? Types of rational numbers, how to represent rational numbers. Here Q stands for rational numbers, properties of rational numbers, operations on rational numbers. All these things we are going to learn. So in fractions part, how to classify fractions, how to convert fractions. In decimal part, so concept of decimals, classification of decimals, Like that, all these things we are going to cover in this chapter. So here, let's see the quote of Srinivasa Ramanujan. What he has told: an equation for me has no meaning unless it expresses a thought of God. Means for him, every equation is equal to a thought of God. Like that he treated mathematics. Okay. Next, let's see synopsis 1.1. So here, what is the need for rational numbers? What is the need for rational numbers? So prior to rational numbers, we have natural numbers denoted by n, starting from 1, means counting numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. After natural numbers, we have whole numbers denoted by w. Whole numbers means natural numbers along with 0. Natural numbers along with 0. Next, we have integers denoted by the symbol I, sometimes z, means for natural numbers, for whole numbers, means 0 plus natural numbers, 0, 1, 2, 3. For these numbers, to the leftmost part, they have added negative numbers, negative numerals, -1, -2, -3, -4, like that. Means negative numerals 0, positive numerals together called as integers. So prior to rational numbers, we have all these types already. Now here, what is the need of rational numbers? Although we have natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, that is the main question here. So here, as civilization developed, because you will be knowing about early man, or in history you might have learnt about civilization. So Harappan civilization, Sindhu Valley civilization, like that we have so many civilizations, means developing stages of man. So as the civilization developed, means as man developed, so they thought that there was a need to divide quantities into parts. Suppose we have 3 quantities. The 3 quantities to be divided into 4 parts, means 3 by 4. So they have identified the need of these kind of things. But we have extended system, natural system, which includes 0 and negative integers, which could not do all the arithmetic operations. Means we have number systems up to integers, but man discovered that he could not do all arithmetic operations with only integers. Integers means negative integers, 0, positive integers. Means only with these all arithmetic operations are not possible. Means here the integers suffered from the defect that division is not always possible within the system. So for addition, subtraction, multiplication, it is okay. We can do with integers. But whereas if we come to division part, that regarding division, they have faced lot of problems with the integer system. Suppose, for example, if you have a problem like 3 divided by 5. 3 divided by 5. What is the answer for 3 divided 5? In integers. Only in integers we don't have answers, because we have to divide 3 by 5. 3 by 5, we can take 0 point. We can keep 0 here. 5 6 times 30. 0.6 is there. We are getting the answer. It is a decimal. But in the olden days, they don't know about decimals. So there is no answer for questions such as 3 by 5 in the integers. Or -7 divided by 3. No answer in integers. So no integer could be found for this. Or no integer could be found to fill in the blanks. So 5 into dash equals 3. In the integers, there is no answer. But if you keep 3 by 5, 5 gets cancelled, answer is 3. But 3 by 5 is not the integer. 3 by 5 is not the integer. So in integers, for these kind of questions, there was no answer. So therefore, man felt that he has to know, there is need to go beyond integers. We have to think beyond integers and construct a new number system. Construct a new number system which includes integers, in which all divisions could be carried out. Means along with integers, there is need of some more numbers so that all divisions could be carried out. So man felt that there is need of such kind of new system. So he created a new system called rational numbers. Means the word rational is derived from the word ratio, which means comparing one number with another. So 3 by 5 means 3 parts out of 5 parts. Means we are comparing 3 parts and 5 parts. These kind of numbers they have created, they call them as rational numbers. So rational number derived from the word ratio. Derived from the word ratio. Next. Here, what is a rational number? A rational number is any number that can be named in the form of a by b or p by q. A by b or p by q, where a and b are integers and b is not equal to 0. Here very, very important, children. In a by b, b should not be equal to 0. Here, b should not be equal to 0. Why? Means if b is 0 means in the denominator part, if we have 0, that value doesn't exist. That value is not possible. Okay. So the set of rational numbers is denoted by the capital letter Q. So here Q means quotient, because when we divide numerator and denominator, whatever value we will get, it is called as quotient. So that's why they named rational numbers as, they denoted rational numbers with the symbol Q. So here rational numbers means 5 is a rational number because it can be written as 5 by 1. Minus 1, 2 by 5. It's a mixed fraction. Mixed fraction, we can simplify it as 5 into minus. So minus we have to keep first. 5 into 1, 5 plus 2, 7. 7 by 5. Minus 7 by 5. We can convert into pure fraction. 0.25 decimal. We can write it as 25 by 100. 25 by 100. 25 1 times, 25 4 times. 1 by 4. Or 0.666 bar, which is a repeating decimal. This also can be converted into a rational number, which we can learn later. Okay. So here, rational number means it will be in the form of a by b, where b is not equal to 0. So all these numbers are rational numbers. Normal natural numbers, normal fractions, decimals. Which decimal? Terminating decimal or repeating decimals. These are all rational numbers. So first, in natural number system, first we have natural numbers denoted by symbol n. Then they have added 0 to that, whole numbers. Then they have added negative numerals to whole numbers. They call it as integers. Then they have added like this fractions. They called it as rational numbers. Q. So natural numbers is a subset of whole numbers, which is a subset of integers, which is a subset of rational numbers. So here all these numbers, 5 by 6, minus 6 by 11, minus 13 by 9, 6 by minus 17, means minus we can have in numerator part or denominator part. It's a rational number. So actually, every natural number is a rational number. But every rational number need not be a natural number. Suppose if you have 1, actually 1 is a natural number. But we can write it as 1 by 1. Because in the denominator part, if we have 1, we can remove that and we can say it as 1. So 1 can be written as 1 by 1. So 1 is a natural number, 1 by 1 is a rational number. So natural number can be written in the form of rational number. 2, we can write it as 2 by 1. 3, we can write it as 3 by 1. Or if we have n, we can write it as n by 1, which is a rational number. But if we have a rational number like 5 by 6, we cannot write it as 5, or we cannot write it as 6, or we cannot write it as 5 plus 6, 11. 5 by 6 will be like 5 by 6 only. 5 by 6 is a rational number, cannot be written as natural number. So 3 by 8 we cannot write, 1 by 3 we cannot write. So rational numbers we cannot write them as a natural numbers. But natural number we can write it as a rational number. Okay, children. Next, 0 is a rational number. Why? Means 0 can be written in any form. 0 by 1, 0 by minus 1, 0 by 2, 0 by minus 2, 0 by 3, 0 by minus 3. 0 by any number equals to 0. So in the denominator part, we can take any number. So 0 in the form of p by q, it can be expressed where p is 0 and q is any non-zero integer. Except 0, in the place of q, we can keep any integer, either positive or negative. But its value will be 0 only. So we can tell that 0 is a rational number. So every integer is a rational number. But every rational number need not be an integer. Need not be an integer. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, like all this can be written as. So 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, all can be written as rational numbers by just keeping by 1, minus 3 by 1. Means if you have n, we can write it as n by 1. But integers cannot be written in the form of rational numbers. Next, every fraction is a rational number. But rational number cannot be a fraction. Because suppose if we have p by q, which is a fraction. Fraction means which has numerator, which has denominator, where both numerator and denominator belongs to natural numbers. Belongs to natural numbers. So here p by q is a fraction where p and q are So here p by qr is a fraction where p and q are natural numbers. But every natural number is an integer. So therefore p and q are integers. So thus the fraction p by q is the quotient of two integers such that q is not equal to 0. Because we are telling that they are natural numbers. In natural numbers 0 will not come. If p by q are natural numbers, they are also integers. So they are also integers and q not equal to 0. So p by q we can call it as a rational number. But if we have rational number such as 7 by minus 8, it's a rational number, but it is not a fraction. Why? Means in the denominator we have minus 8, which is not a natural number. Okay. So here numerator and denominator. So here we are telling that p by q is not equal to 0 is a rational number. The rational number, it has two terms. One term is p above the line, another term is q below the line. Here p is called numerator, q is called denominator. Suppose if you have 1 by 3, the top part 1 is called numerator, the bottom part 3 is called denominator. And quotient of numerator and denominator. is called a rational number. So we have positive and negative rational numbers. We have positive and negative rational numbers. So every integer other than 0 is either positive or negative. If you take any integer, we have 0 in between. So to the right, we will be having positive integers. To the left, we will be having negative integers. To the left, we will be having negative integers. So here, every integer other than 0, to the right, if we go means we will get positive. Left we will go means we will get negative. So every rational number other than 0 is either positive or negative. So we have two kinds of rational numbers based on what integer we are taking. Based on that, we can divide them into positive or negative. So if a rational number is said to be positive. A rational number is said to be positive. 1 minute. A rational number is said to be positive if numerator and denominator are either both positive, both negative. Or in other words, a rational number is positive if numerator and denominator, both of them, they are having same sign. Like 5 by 7, 29 by 18, minus 16 by minus 19, minus 27 by minus 83. Why means minus 16 by minus 19 means, so minus minus get cancelled. Its value is equal to 16 by 19 only. Because we know same sign will be cancelled during division. So both of them, they can have plus symbol. Both of them, they can have minus symbol. Both the numerator and denominator. If they have plus, on the whole, it will be positive. If they have both minuses gets cancelled, then it will be positive again. So the rational numbers with equal signs for denominator and denominator, both are positive, both are negative, are considered as positive rational numbers. Positive rational numbers. So here, a rational number is said to be negative if the numerator and denominator are such that one of them is positive, other is negative. Suppose here, minus 7 by 9, 28 by minus 59, minus 37 by 11, 56 by minus 217. Like this rational numbers, numerator negative, denominator positive, positive negative, negative positive. If they have different signs, then we call it as a negative rational number. In this way, we have two kinds of rational numbers, like positive and negative. Okay, children. So every negative integer is a negative rational number. Suppose we have negative integers minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. How to turn them into rational numbers? Just by keeping 1. Just by keeping 1. Just by keeping 1, we can turn them into rational numbers. So actually it is a negative integers. By keeping 1, it turned into a negative rational number. Negative rational number. So okay, all negative integers can be turned into negative rational numbers. So the rational number 0 is neither positive nor negative. Neither positive nor negative. Okay, children, that's all for today. What we have learned. So under synopsis 1, what we have learned. So about famous mathematician Srinivasa Ramanujan, who contributed towards number theory, and what we are going to learn in this chapter. What is the need for rational numbers? What is the need means? For some types of questions, there is no answer in the rational integers number system. So that's why there is need of new numbers. What is rational number? Which is in the form of p by q, where q is not equal to 0. So every natural number is a rational number, but every rational number is not a natural number. 0 is a rational number. Every integer is a rational number, but rational number need not be an integer. So every fraction is a rational number. Fraction means it is also in the form of p by q, but where p and q are natural numbers. So every fraction is a natural number, rational number, but rational number cannot be a fraction. Numerator and denominator, topmost part numerator, bottommost part denominator. We have two types of rational numbers, positive and negative. If for denominator, numerator, if they have same sign, both are positive, both are negative, it is positive rational number. If they have opposite signs, one is positive, one is negative, then it is a negative rational number. So all negative integers are negative rational numbers. So the rational number 0 is neither positive nor negative. Okay children, that's all for today. So thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates. Thank you. Have a good day.